Well, Marine Private First Class Maria Daume's life story has the makings of a superhero movie. She was born in a Siberian prison, orphaned at age 2, and later adopted in America. And this week, the 19-year-old broke new ground as a female Marine. VOA's Carla Babb spoke with Daume in her first interview since completing special training at the Marine School of Infantry in Camp Lejeune, North Carolina.
From boot camp sweet, to graduation. Private First Class Maria Daume has done what many naysayers said a woman would never do.
I just wanted to shake your hand.
Thank you.
You know, you're part of history. You know that,
Yes, sir.
right?
Thank you.
And that's amazing.
She's the first female Marine to join the infantry through the traditional entry-level training process, a process only made available to women just a half year earlier.
I like to prove people wrong, and just because you're a female it doesn't mean you can't do what a male can do.
Navigating through woods, sleeping outdoors, and carrying back-breaking loads are par for the course at the School of Infantry.
Help me out, Brennan.
Instructor and Mortar Marine Sergeant Matthew Snyder said not only did Daume graduate, she often made things look easy.
She was right at the top of the pack.
And to tell us more about this remarkable American and about the changing role of women in the U.S. military, we're joined on Skype from Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, by VOA Pentagon correspondent Carla Babb, who filed that story and did that exclusive interview for us. Good to have you on, Carla.
Thanks for having me on the show.
So, Carla, she is a remarkable woman. So tell us a little bit more about Private First Class Maria Daume. What was she like, and why did she choose to join the front lines?
She is such a highly motivated individual. She was telling me that she wants to be a grunt. She wants to get in there, to get involved in combat. She likes sleeping outdoors. She likes getting in the dirt, and that's exactly what an infantry Marine does very often. So she's very proud to be in this position, but she keeps telling me, I don't think it should be that big of a deal that I'm a woman, because that has nothing to do with it. I can do the job just like any other infantry Marine can do the job.
Did the fact that she was born in a Siberian prison at all have anything to play in her decision to serve the United States of America?
Well, I asked her about her upbringing, and what she said is she learned from a young age that no one's going to take care of you better than you can take care of yourself. So she said that ever since she was young, she always tried to stay physically fit. She's done martial arts. Mm-hmm. She told me that since she was about 12 years old, she was training to be a Marine, and she works hard every day, and she just keeps going, she says, and moving forward.
Yeah, she looks tough as nails there. So Maria is not the first woman to join the infantry. What makes her case so noteworthy, Carla?
Well, she's unique because she is the first female infantry Marine that's gone through the traditional process from street to fleet, as the Marines like to say it here at Camp Lejeune. She started in boot camp, and she was able to earn and receive her infantry contract, and then she came here to Camp Lejeune and graduated the School of Infantry. Now, there are 3 other female infantry Marines.
Yeah.
Those women were among about 400 women that volunteered as Marines to take the School of Infantry. They were in some other specialty, and they said, hey, we would like to give it a shot. They were one of the about 140 that passed the School of Infantry. So when all combat positions were opened up to women in 2016, they requested to make a lateral move from their specialty, which wasn't the infantry, into an infantry regiment, and they are actually here in Camp Lejeune in a regiment right now.
So how did things open up, and why has it happened now? Did something change recently?
Well, back in 2013, the Secretary of Defense said all combat posts have to be opened up to women. That was reaffirmed in 2016, January 1st, 2016. So the Marines did take a few months to make sure that everything could be integrated and to set the course, so to speak. So about a half a year ago, the option for joining the infantry was opened up for women in boot camp, and she just happened to be one of the lucky first to get that opportunity, and she seized it and she excelled, as you could see.
So has PFC Daume experienced any sexism in her time in the U.S. military? Because we know we've been hearing some reports that there have been, in fact, cases of sexism, particularly on some of the Facebook pages recently. So Did she tell you at all about her experiences as a woman in a male-dominated society, I suppose?
Well, I did ask her about this scandal that is permeating the Marines, and you see all on the news. What she said is she didn't really want to comment on the scandal. She said, I just want to keep moving forward. And if anything, somebody saying something negative about women just motivates me to do my job even better. She said when she went through that she was not Dom the female, she was just Private First Class Dom. And she felt very accepted by her peers here. In fact, she's going to be heading, she's already in California, and she's going to be joining a regiment with about 4 other of the graduates that graduated yesterday, and they're going to be trailblazing in the future together.
But I do have to ask you this, Carla. Does allowing women to fight in the military pose any kind of practical concerns or issues for the U.S. military? For example, separate shower stalls, perhaps, separate sleeping quarters. Is there any thought about how this might complicate the situation for the U.S. Army?
Well, I didn't ask her about her barracks situation, but when it comes to the infantry, you're outdoors a lot of the time. So I talked to the instructors, and they said the majority of the time that they spend in the school, they're sleeping in a tent somewhere in the woods somewhere, and that's every man and woman for themselves. It's no different there. That was one of the questions about, is a woman ready for the infantry, was brought up over the past couple of years. And when the Marines did that volunteer study, they found that yes, all male groups were more lethal in the study, but the study also showed that the integrated men and women group had better critical thinking skills.
Wow.
So the Pentagon has come down and said, what we're going to do is we're going to make it available to everybody, and we're just going to have the best force.
So there
possible.
are pros and cons. I think I have about 10 seconds here. Do you think more women are going to follow PFC Dom's lead?
I do, and I think she wants that to happen. She wants women to look at her and say, hey, I can do it, you can do it too.
She's remarkable. Thank you again, Carla Babb, for an amazing report. That is our show, though, for today. But we will be back again next week for another edition of The Correspondents. Meantime, stay up to date with the latest news from around the globe at voanews.com. You can also check out all of our shows there. Just click on the Watch tab on the upper right. We're also on Facebook and YouTube at VOA The Correspondents. Thank you for watching. I'm Milar Sega, and for now, so long from Washington.